Hello, welcome to Unit 2. The purpose of this video is to talk about the thesis outline planner for this unit. So we are getting right into the essay already. We're going to start here by talking about the planner. So the prompt for this unit is that you need to discuss 3 lessons that you've learned from failure. You can talk about 3 lessons from a singular event, explain 1 lesson for each type of failure mentioned in the article, or 3 lessons you've learned from various failures. The planner itself is not much different than what you did in Unit 1. The only difference is now is we're adding a summary paragraph. But let's walk through this bit by bit so you can see how it all looks together. So here we have the intro paragraph. You'll start with 2 sentences for a hook that will grab your reader's attention, make them want to read your paper, but also relates to the topic of the paper, which is, lessons you learn from failure. Then we have 2 background sentences. Background 1 needs to include the author or authors, the title in quotations, and the main idea in 1 sentence. Make sure all 3 pieces are connected, you just don't list the author, title, and main idea. You're going to have to put some words in there to make sure it's 1 complete sentence. And then background 2, you want to expand on the main idea and the main of the article. It does not mean repeat the main idea. It just means go in a little bit more detail, add some things from the text. And that's also just 1 sentence. And we have the thesis statement, which is the last sentence in the intro paragraph. You need to state your 3 lessons that you learned from failure in 1 sentence. So you could talk about how the failures I've encountered have taught me 1, 2, and 3. Simple as that. You don't have to get into too much detail because that's what the rest of your essay is for. Just clearly and plainly state the 3 lessons you've learned. Moving down, we have the summary paragraph. So that will be the 2nd paragraph of the essay. Right after the intro, you're going to be summarizing the article. So this gives your reader the context and background they need to know to understand where your response paragraphs are going. So this summary and all summaries in this course are going to start with something called an attribution sentence. That's where you state the authors or author, title in quotations, and the main idea. Yes, you did that in the intro paragraph, so if you wanted to, you could just pull that sentence down here and leave it like that, or you can change the order. So if, say, you did author, title, main idea in the intro paragraph, you could do main idea, author, title here if you wanted to freshen it up a bit, or even change some of the wording again to freshen it up. Once you get your attribution out of the way, you're going to give me 4 major details from the article. You cannot use first person in these details. You have to speak in 3rd person because you are just restating what the author said. You're not expressing an opinion on it yet. So you're just restating, no opinions. And I need about 4 points from the article. Once you're done with summary, then you're going to move into the response paragraphs. This is where you're going to discuss the 3 lessons. I'm just going to focus on 1 paragraph because all of these lesson response paragraphs are the same. So you'll state in your topic sentence of each paragraph the lesson that you learned and that you're going to talk about in this paragraph. You'll have 3 details that you need to provide in full sentences. You could do, if you're going to do various failures in detail 1, what I would do is explain the failure that you experienced, 2, the lesson that you learned from that failure, and 3, how you've applied that lesson. If you're just doing a singular failure and the 3 lessons you learned from that, in 1, I would maybe do something like, what specific aspect of that failure taught you this lesson? And if you're not able to narrow that down, just go into, the lesson you learned and how you've applied it since this failure. And you'll do the same thing in lesson 2 and lesson 3, just, different lessons. And then you'll end with a conclusion paragraph that just restates the thesis from your intro paragraph in one sentence. And that's all you guys have to do for the planner this go around. Just remember, full sentences, make sure you're hitting all the marks, and you'll be good to go. All right, if you have any questions, please email me.